Valentine's Day is coming up, and I thought I'd do a series on marriage, and it's going to apply to dating too. Nathan and I were married for 34 years before he died, and we both loved married life, but we also had our struggles, just like everybody else does. And so I'm going to share with you different things that I learned during marriage, but I've learned so much since being married, being a widow, probably because of my coaching in part, that I almost wish Nathan were back so that he could enjoy the new improved me and how I would respond so differently. But a big part of why I feel like I would make a better wife is because in these last almost 6 years, I've really done a lot of inner work to heal the childhood wounds that I've had. They are not as severe as so many of you out there, yet they are a wound. And so the things I'm going to share with you are going to be really difficult if you cannot, or if you have not, healed your childhood wounds. Because as good intentioned as you might be to respond in a loving way, in a way that really enhances your marriage, if you have a wound, an inner wound, a soul wound, caused probably in childhood, it is just like a wound on your hand. No matter how well-intentioned that person is out there, no matter how well-intentioned you are, if that wound gets touched, you react because there's a wound there. Once that wound gets healed, someone can grab your hand and you can talk friendly with them and no reaction. Even if they are not well-intentioned or mean, you don't have this reaction when there's a wound there. So there was a quote that I read recently that said, you not only marry the adult person, but you also marry their inner child. And so a lot of what comes up in marriage is a lot of the stuff from childhood. Wounds that most likely the parents had a hand in. And your parents are your first love relationship, your marriage is your second love relationship. And so those wounds are still there and they get touched by this person in your second love relationship. So my great advice to you is do the inner work. The greatest gift that you can give to your spouse is to do the inner work to heal those wounds. When you are offended, frustrated, aggravated, angry, triggered in any of those ways, it's not because of them out there. It's because they've touched something in here. So when you see those reactions, get introspective, get curious, and figure out why was I affected like that? Again, that's some of the work we do in coaching. Dig down deep so that we can heal those wounds.